the first thing she said is, "You are not my son." What up, squad? So look, you guys know we're doing a transformation series right now, and it got me thinking, there's parts of my transformation that I never share with you guys. So I'm gonna have a conversation with my man Willie. He has a phenomenal transformation story, and we're just gonna have a conversation because this man understands that process, that journey, the struggles, the ups, the downs. So we're gonna just have a regular conversation, man. How you feeling though, bro?
Feeling good, bro. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here, for sure.
So congrats on Red Table Talk.
All right, Brix, come on out. Okay, Brix.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's huge, bro. That's huge. First and foremost, man, you know, I've watched your channel for a very long time, and like I said, I know your story has been told over and over on the channel, and I know our subscribers have seen what you've been through. I know you're a big advocate of not being married to the scale, and I'm sure when you were overweight, bro, I'm sure you probably avoided the scale like the plague.
Yeah, at first I didn't. At first, it definitely took those painful moments of getting on the scale, not seeing what I wanted, and then binging afterwards. That taught me to stay away from the scale.
So what was the heaviest you ever were during that time since you were checking? Do you remember what that scale said?
So, and I say 360 because the scale that I use, the limit was 350.
Wow.
So I would get an error. I would step on the scale and I would see the ERR. So I honestly don't know. So I'm assuming it's around 360 though.
Wow. So like, again, I know you're probably going out. There's a lot of people around you. What was your first memory of someone really giving you that validation? Like, hey, you morphed from Brix from New York to what we all know you as Fat Brix.
It was my mom. You know, I gained a bunch of weight. So I wasn't obese all my life. I gained a bunch of weight after high school. You know, maybe that 5-6 years after high school, I put on 120 pounds. And it happened incrementally over those years. So I didn't really realize that I was overweight until my mom came down from New York one time to visit. And I was working at Best Buy. I'll never forget this. She walks up to me. Mind you, I hadn't seen her in probably 2 years.
Wow.
And the moment her eyes met me, her jaw dropped. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, you know, why is she looking at me like that? And she started walking up to me slowly, and she was shaking her head. And the first thing she said is, "You are not my son." And I'm like, "Mom, what's going on? What are you talking about?" She was like, "Do you see your face? Your face looks like it's about to explode." My mom is a very candid person. And my heart dropped from my chest to my nuts, bro. That was the moment that I realized that I was obese. And prior to that, I mean, I don't know, you know, if I had this skewed image of myself. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see a fat person. I just, you know, I was husky. I had put on a few pounds, but I had no clue, you know, that I was obese, and I had put on over 120 pounds.
So from that moment, your mom telling you that, is that what sparked the change?
That's what sparked the initial efforts to getting my weight under control.
So what year was that?
That was, I want to say that was like 2005, around there, 2006.
So I know that your aha moment was 7 years ago. So that means that's around 2013. So from 05 to 2013, like, what happened?
I did a bunch of yo-yo dieting, man. You know, I tried every diet under the sun. I was doing the Atkins diet. I was doing the soup diet. I was doing the South Beach diet. I was trying and failing. I would lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, gain back 50. You know, I would do it the wrong way. And I think that 7-8 years, or however long that period was, where I was experiencing all of these weight loss failures and experimenting with all of these different hacks and tricks and diets and pills and potions, that's where I extract most of the wisdom that I share on the channel today. From that period of time where I just failed, man. I failed miserably. I failed constantly. And but that's where I learned the most, for sure.
So 8 years passed, and then you say you hit rock bottom. and a light bulb comes on. What was rock bottom? Like what was that thing that really made you change?
So I had an event in my life, and a lot of my subscribers are familiar. I got in trouble with the law, and I lost my job. I had recently gotten a divorce, so I lost pretty much my family was dismantled. I lost my car because I couldn't keep up with the payments, and I just my will to live just exited my body. I just didn't want to live, man. It felt like the walls were melting around me. It was this real dramatic, and I know that sounds dramatic, but I just didn't have any reason to live, man. I didn't have any confidence. I didn't have any money. I didn't have my family. I felt like a loser to my kids. So, that was definitely, that's the best way I can describe what rock bottom felt like, man. It's just, I didn't want to live anymore.
So 2013, what was different? I mean, you said you tried multiple times. So why 2013 was different than all the other times?
I think that was the moment where I kind of hit this fork in the road. It was like, okay, are you going to continue to be a victim of life? Are you going to continue to cry about it? Or are you going to do something about it? I had tried, like I said, for several years doing stupid diets, and I was tired of failing. And really the fork in the road was, all right, you going to take your life, or you going to really do something about it? And if it wasn't for my kids, bro, I honestly can't say that I would be sitting here right now. I probably would have killed myself because they were the only reason at that moment for me to continue living. So I made that decision March 1st, 2013. And, I like to say, like, I didn't stop failing. I just stopped quitting at that point.
So starting that weight loss journey to that 2013 time period, what was the number one thing that you needed in order to be successful this go around before any other time? Like, what was that attribute? What was it? Was it the right diet? Was it the right exercise? What was it?
For one, it was the right reasons why, right? I had to have a better reason, a reason outside of myself to really, really push through. Like, I had to have a better fuel. And at the moment, it was my kids, right? I wanted to live for them. I wanted to be a good example of how to treat your body well. So that was the difference. And then I also adopted the understanding that the mindset, the way that I approached it mentally was gonna separate this time from the 7 years that I failed prior.
So now that you've been on this platform for a long time, how are you helping people with that mental aspect? I think a lot of times, I know you have the meal plans, I know you have the exercise plans, and I know those are key components. But one of the things about your channel is really that mental aspect. How are you helping people today with the mental aspect of the journey?
So there's a lot of work involved into reprogramming your psychology. But once you do that work, the mechanics, which are the exercise and the nutrition part, which we all know, we at least have an idea. Most people have an idea of what to do. But once you retrain your mind, the mechanics become easy. So I developed a course that teaches people the step-by-step process in order to change their psychology. Now, it's work, right? It's work, but anything that's worthwhile is going to take massive effort, right? But I do break it down in a simple, easy to follow, step-by-step. Like, every day you have action items that you have to implement into your daily schedule that if you stick with it, you will change the way you think. You will change your psychology. And it's going to make the mechanics, the exercise, and the nutrition part so easy. Once you have the understanding around these concepts, once you learn how to develop self-awareness, once you understand how journaling and meditation are the true keys, those are the secrets. When people ask, yo, what's the secret to weight loss? It's journaling and meditation, self-awareness, right? Reprogramming your mindset.
Absolutely. So you started this journey 8 years ago, and today, from what I can tell, you still look very fit. So tell me, what is your life like now? You know, being able to keep that weight off. You know, they say that most people when they start weight loss journeys, like you talked about, they actually gain the weight back, and you've been able to keep it off for almost 8 years.
Yeah.
What is it like now? What is your nutrition, your workouts? What is that like?
All right, so before I answer that part of the question, I've gained back weight several times. I've gained back 60 pounds. I've gained back as much as, I think 60 pounds was the most that I've gained back, but I would gain back 40 pounds every year, right? It's only been maybe 2 or 3 years that I've been able to really maintain my weight around 220, 215.
Awesome.
Right, thanks. But my diet today, I have a very flexible diet, right? I don't really subscribe to any particular style of eating, right? I don't do keto, I'm not a vegan. I pretty much have experimented with every diet under the sun, and I just extracted the things from each diet and made a hybrid diet that works best for me. I think it's important to enjoy your food. I think it's important to have balance, right? You don't wanna eat dried chicken breasts and brown rice because you don't have to. It's super important to enjoy your food. So nutritionally, I make sure that I still enjoy my food. I protect my environment, right? I know I'm weak around sugar, so I limit the amount that I keep at home. I barely have any sugar at home. But once in a while I do indulge, and I do it guilt-free, and that's the key, right? I don't have guilt around, when I have moments, I make sure the next day I just get right back on track.
How many calories a day would you say you're eating?
To maintain my weight, I eat around 3,000 calories a day.
And then how often are you going to the gym?
I work out 5 days a week, but I work out for 45 minutes a day, 45 minutes to an hour max. Like, I'm not in the gym 2 hours, and I'm not doing this elaborate, intense workout. It's something that I enjoy. I struggle getting to the gym, but once I'm in the swing of my workout, I enjoy it, right? But I'm just like everybody else. I honestly, I relate to the lay person, the person who doesn't work out, who doesn't incorporate fitness in their lifestyle in general. I relate a lot to them because I struggle to get to the gym, bro. It's not something that has become easy for me. It's not something that I'm like, I'm looking forward to going to the gym. No, I have to push myself every day to get to the gym, but I know the benefits. I know how good it makes me feel. And that's what I live prioritizing things that make me feel good, right? So I think that's the key to my consistency.
Definitely. Well, bro, you've been an inspiration to myself and to everyone else on the Brix Squad. Appreciate your time, bro.
No doubt, man.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to all my Brix Fitness insiders, because I see you guys checking in. I see you guys in the Facebook group killing it. And if you don't know what the insiders is, it's an accountability group where I provide pretty much everything you need. But most importantly, you get a family of supportive people, like-minded people to keep you accountable, to help you out, to share tips and insights. So if you need info about that, that is also in the description below. And squad, as always, I'm just trying to share the wellness with you. So get well and get money.